a show by an immature man. It's not made. It's made for mature audiences only. Like that toy, the camera you bought. It said must have a, what was it? A cognitive, not adult. No, what did it say? Maybe it was conscious, or like there must be like a con. I wish I could remember the exact wording. It was like a cognitive adult. No, it was something like a. It wasn't conscious. It was. It was. What is the word for it? I thought it began with a C. It was like a competent. And it must have a competent adult supervision. Not just any adult supervision, because not every adult is competent. It's like they had to specify as if we didn't realize what they mean, you know. Yeah, we get it. Like some adults aren't, you know, quite mature, you know, but like you have to specify, like, must have competent adults. Is that like some kind of legalese where they're like, well, no, we specified it had to be a competent adult. This person is not competent, and they still injured themselves, but they weren't. We don't consider them competent. If you can injure yourself with a bubble camera, the camera that blows bubbles. The legalese is weird. Like they had the fucking, like I think it was Matt from Quantum Conscious like pointed out that deep within the, like I think it was for Google or it was Amazon, maybe it was deep within the like when you get a job there, you have to, you know, read all their policies or whatever and agree to it, you know, the terms of it or whatever. It's like disclaimers and just bullshit. I mean, it goes on forever, you know. It's just stuff that they don't expect anybody to read. And it's all a bunch of, you know, this, that, what have you. But then it's like if you get deep into it, there was one thing where it had something to do with, like, in the case where there's a like a, basically they described in so many words like a zombie apocalypse, basically, where there was, but they described it in like technical terms, like if there, in the case where there's infected humans that are like surviving off of eating other humans' brains or whatever. It just explained like a zombie apocalypse or whatever, but it said it in like scientific terminology or something. Or like legalese, you know, it was like all specific. It didn't say like in the case where there's zombies running around eating people. But it said that in so many words, and and it was like whatever policy is null and void in that instance or whatever. But it was just some joke of a little thing that somebody that was writing all the policy down, they inserted it just to fuck with people. Like just because they figured nobody was ever going to see it. But then the conspiracy theorists found it and had a field day with it. Or maybe the person that made it actually tipped somebody off to that it was there, and then it just kind of leaked out to the public. Because I can't imagine anybody would just be going and reading through all those fucking things just for the hell of it. It's possible. It's possible to stumble into something like that. Can you imagine finding that? That'd be funny. What have I just found? There's gonna be a zombie apocalypse. Gonna be. It's already happening. Straight up. I just want to know when it's over. The zombie apocalypse. I think apocalypse is a wrong word. Well, I guess maybe not. In the case where it's just like all these zombies need to wake the fuck up, right? Zombie apocalypse wouldn't be a bad thing. When the veil has been lifted and you're no longer blind, see the long arm of the law reaching up your behind, and the clown show is clearly crossed way over the line. I do believe it's time to pack it up and pack it in and get the fuck up on out of your garage. Time to get the fuck out, dog, and get yourself dislodged. Oh, get the fuck out of Dodge. reaching up your behind. The clown show is clearly crossing way over the line. I do believe it's time to pack it up and pack it in and back the fuck up on out of your garage. It's time to get the fuck out of Dodge. Song sounds better when I'm screaming it. You gotta be like, when the veil has been lifted. But it's kind of quiet hours. I gotta be more mellow. Play some mellow songs. I've been drifting along in the same stale shoe. Of my mind. If you thought you were making the way, where the puzzles and pagans lay, put it together, it's a strange invitation. Put it together, it's a strange invitation. When I wake up, someone will sweep up my lazy bones. We will rise in the cool of the evening. I remember the way that you smiled when the gravity shackles were wild. Something is breaking, and I think it's all. Something is breaking, and I think it's all beginning. La, 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 I saw Beck play that song and he sang it in Spanish. I was so jealous. I'm like, how can you be so cool? I should learn how to sing it in Spanish. Then I could be cool too. Yo soy... I don't know. How do you say it? Drifting along? I don't know. It's going to take some work. I'm sure he had to practice it too. Maybe he can speak Spanish fluently. I don't know. Ole vato. Got 2 turntables and a microphone. Where it's at? There's a destination, a little up the road from the habitation, so the towns we know. The place you saw, the lights turn low. Just jet fresh jazz and I forget how it goes. I always forget those lyrics. Whatever. Fuck it. Fuck it. This Grateful Dead song that I'm playing a lot lately, so I hope you're sick and tired of it. Just kidding. I hope you think it's lovely. It is lovely. Let's see. Right outside this lazy summer home. That's it. Right outside this lazy summer home. You ain't got time to call. You ain't got time. You ain't got time to call your shit. Right outside this lazy summer home. That's it. Ain't got time to call your solar critic, no. right outside the lazy gate, a winter summer home, wondering where the nut thatch moves, wings a mile long, just carry the bird away. Wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world. Your heart has its homes and thoughts and songs of its own. Wake now, discover that you are the song that the morning brings. Your heart has its seasons, its evenings, and songs of its own. Well, there comes a redeemer and he slowly too fades away. Follows a wagon behind him that's loaded with clay. The seeds that were silent all burst into bloom and decay. And the night comes so quiet, it's closed on the heels of the day. Wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world. Your heart has its seasons, its homelands, thoughts of its own. Wake now, discover that you are the song that the morning brings. Your heart has its seasons, its evenings, and songs of its own. Well, sometimes we live no particular way but our own. Sometimes we visit your countries and live in your homes. Sometimes we ride on your horses. Sometimes we walk alone. Sometimes the songs we hear are just songs of our own. Wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world. Your heart has its peaches, its homeland, and thoughts of its own. And wake now, discover that you are the song of morning birds. Your heart has its seasons, its evenings, and songs of its own. fucking small. I don't even feel them at all with my waterfall. I can see my rainbow calling me through the misty breeze of my waterfall. Waterfall, stay with me for a million days. How's it go? Waterfall, don't you ever change your ways. Fall with me for a million days, my waterfall. Don't you ever change your ways. Fall with me for a million days on my waterfall. Some people say daydreaming is for all those lazy-minded fools with nothing else to do, so let them laugh at me. So just as long as I got you to see me through, I got nothing to lose, baby, long as I got you. My waterfall, don't you ever change your ways. Fall with me for a million days. That's my waterfall. How's that bridge go? Nose itches. Some people say daydreaming is for all those lazy-minded fools. So let them laugh at me. So just as long as I got you to see me through, I got nothing to lose, as long as I have you, as long as I got you. I can see my rainbow calling me through the misty breeze of my waterfall, of my waterfall, waterfall. Wait, well, wait, first, are you experienced? Have you ever been experienced? Well, I have. It's like bragging. Well, I have. Have you ever been experienced? Let me tell you about it, baby. I have. I've been experienced. We'll hold hands and watch the sun rise from the bottom of the sea. But first, are you experienced? Looks at her, he's like, but first. I always thought he was talking about, like, are you a virgin? But first, let me ask you. But I think he could be, I think he's talking about, have you taken acid before? Are you gonna have a bad trip? I took acid for so long and I never understood how people could have bad trips. And then I finally figured it out. And it wasn't really bad, it was just, but I've seen glimpses of it. And I see how it can be really bad, terrible, and require like some serious counseling. Like I've seen people, I've helped people through bad trips before, but I've never had a bad trip but I've actually almost, like, you could call it a bad trip where I was basically losing my mind. But the things I was seeing, I felt like I wasn't losing my mind necessarily. I felt like I was finally controlling it to an extent that I had no idea was possible. And it was supernatural, and it was just like real things were happening. I'm not convinced it was hallucinations. I'm convinced that I was tapping into something that was real, and and big things were happening, and there's been times it's not like it's happened enough times on acid where it was like, it's not a coincidence anymore. Like I've had so many trips where something kind of major happened, and like it was quite, it's always to do with like timing and like some of the stuff, I mean, it's really incredible. Like I tell a story how, like, I almost got killed by 2 trains. I almost was fucking run down by 2 trains when I was just peaking on good fucking liquid. I was out watching it. I was going to see Grateful Dead show in Cal Expo in Sacramento, and I was out there for the day before the show was that night. It was really hot. The Dead Lot's like a huge party, and like we're partying and shit. And we'd taken acid first thing in the morning. We like puddled on. It's like we just got really fucking high. And it was really hot, so it was kind of miserable. And I was like, there's that river down there that we drove by on the way in. This is in Sacramento. It was really hot there during the summer. And it was like the Sacramento River, I think. We'd seen it on the drive in, and me and my friend Brian are like, yeah, we should go swimming. And so we bailed on the parking lot. We're like, we're going to go swimming. And there was like a train trestle bridge that went over the river. I remember seeing it. I'm like, we'll just look for the train tracks and we'll follow that down to the bridge, or whatever, to the river. And it was a plan that made sense. We finally found the train tracks, and there's like 2 sets of tracks. 2 sets of tracks, and we followed them down to this massive bridge. The bridge ended up looked way bigger than it was when we were driving by it. It was this huge, I mean, it has to support the weight of 2 trains. It's a big fucking bridge. And we could see a good swimming hole, but we were going to have to cross the bridge and then go down to the river. It was like across on the other side of the river. And so we just set out crossing this bridge, and it's a huge, work of engineering. It's pretty amazing when you're tripping. You see shit like that, and you're like, wow, this is a crazy cool bridge, And we were like about halfway across the bridge, just kind of taking our time, dilly-dallying, and of course, one of us notices there's a train coming. So we're like, oh, fuck. Didn't even consider that possibility, So here comes a train. We're like, okay, well, let's figure out what set of tracks it's on, and we'll get on the other set of tracks, and we'll just watch this train go by. And that's what we decided to do. And we had to decide pretty quick because it was starting to get pretty loud. And so we figured it out, got on the other set of tracks, getting ready to watch this train go by, all dosed out of our brains. It was going to be pretty intense, And then, of course, it was me that looked. I looked the other way just in case there was another train coming. It was just the first thought I had, once we realized what we were gonna do, because we're all like acting kind of on in the moment, and like we're halfway across this bridge. It wasn't like we were gonna try to run or something. And so, but then I see there's another train coming, and it's almost there. We just didn't hear it because we were paying attention to that train, and it was loud. And so they're both coming. They're both due to pass each other. These trains going full speed are due to pass each other right there in the fucking middle of the bridge where we were standing. I mean, I could see it visibly right at that moment. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, Brian. I show him where I'm. He's like, oh, damn. And he just panics immediately and starts running towards in the direction where the first train was coming from. I think he thought he was going to make it or something. I could tell right away he was not going to make it to the edge of the bridge and get out of the way. There was no fucking way. And so I'm like, Brian, no. But he couldn't hear me. It was so loud at that point. And the trains are almost there. And so I just did the only thing that you could do at that point, which I ran to the edge, like I was going to jump off the bridge into the water. I mean, it was a big bridge. It was way up above the water, but we weren't even above the water anymore where we were standing at. We'd already walked past that part on the bridge. So if I had jumped off the bridge, I would have just landed in the fucking dirt. And it's like a good 70 feet or something. I don't know. It was too far to jump. But like the trains are almost there, and I'm just, all this is happening so fast, and I'm just like, I start crawling over the side. I'm just like, I'm fucking gonna hang here on the side of this bridge, I don't know what to do. I wasn't gonna jump. I'm like hoping I can hold on while they go over the bridge, And at the point when I realized I got over on the railing and I was gonna hang there, but then I saw that there was all these pipes and poles, all these different crazy looking jungle gym looking pipes underneath the bridge. It was easy to access from where I was at, so I just shimmied down under there and I grabbed on. I was all snug by the time the trains were. I mean, they were already passing over me by the time I got all snug in this spot, and fucking, I'm all safe. There was no way I was gonna fall. I was like, yes. I got in there. The trains were roaring over me. And at that point, I thought of Brian. I was like, oh fuck. I looked down the bridge and I saw that he had done just exactly what I did. I don't know if he was watching me or whatever. I forget, but he was safe too. So we rode it out underneath the bridge. It was like, woo! But we got back up on the bridge. There was no room for anybody to walk. I was thinking, this can't be what you have to do. And because, the way that underneath the bridge, all the pipes that were all there, it looked like it was kind of crazy. I guess it was support beams, but it definitely made for a good little spot to get safe in the case of an emergency. It was wild. But we really had maybe 30 seconds, of time to act at the point when it was like, Brian, look, there's another train. It was like, oh, fuck. They were almost there. It was crazy. Hey.
My legs have disintegrated into the periodic table. What?
Oh, no.
They don't feel so good. What the hell is this? Is this a cookie?
Yeah, have a cookie.
Oh, they cookies. Well, they are.
You've had too much, what is it? Gorilla tag? Are you done gorilla tagging?
Yeah.
Okay, in my dumb self.